Hey, you! Thank you for joining me for today's Internet Stories. I have my fresh cup of coffee, and I hope you do too. Let's get buzzed. Let's babble. Walk by farting. I am not a confrontational person and tend to get along with most people. But there's always that one person you just can't get along with. For me, that person was Jasmine, and she liked to remind me that she just despised me. I was too quiet, I was chubby and should eat better, and more demoralizing comments. Despite this, I tried to get along with her. I once found a 4-leaf clover and offered it to her. Well, that's pretty nice, OP. She freaked out in the middle of our office area and said she was afraid of plants. I'm not kidding. That was it for me. Now here comes the petty revenge. I have a very sensitive stomach, and certain foods will cause me to have the most vile, noxious, soul-destroying gas. In our office, I sat 2 desks behind Jasmine and would have to walk past her constantly. For a full week, I ate those foods. For a full week, I would crop dust that smug beep. There were some innocent casualties, but I didn't let that deter me. I continued the bombing. The pain and insufferable smell was worth it. I swear a green mist surrounded us. She never said a thing to me, which was really surprising. We never became friends, and she would still make snide comments, but I was happy she smelled my farts. OP, you can never go wrong with the classic crop dust. Good for you. I messed up by burying the wrong cat? Does anyone else ever question their adulting abilities? My daughter's cat got hit by a car yesterday. I saw him while I was pulling out of the neighborhood. I went to recover him, and we decided to bury him. The kids made rock headstones, etc., and obviously my kids were devastated. I was definitely upset too. This isn't something you prepare for when you have animals and young children. Well, as it turns out, the dang cat came home at 1 a.m. He woke up my daughter, who, at this point I've told 25 times that, yes, he's really dead. It turns out I had a burial for someone else's cat. I don't know what I would do in this situation, OP. Anyways, they go on to say, what the heck am I doing? Is the week over yet? I need a drink. On top of that, I buried the cat with our cat's favorite blanket. Now, I've got to decide if grave robbing is in my future. TLDR, saw dead cat, thought it was ours, buried it. Our cat came home in the middle of the night. OP, obviously the cat has 8 lives left. Rookie mistake. Today I messed up by getting caught by my wife about my lawn mowing scheme. My wife and I bought our house 5 years ago, and ever since, mowing the lawn has just brought out this peace inside of me. So much so that I sold our riding lawnmower and bought a push mower. There is something so calm and relaxing about mowing at 6:30 p.m. on a summer day. The sound of the mower, the smell of the fresh cut grass, and overall the world around me. So peaceful. Much of it reminds me of my kid days riding our bikes around in the neighborhood on summer evenings. Sometimes I listen to a podcast or music, but mostly it's just taking in the sounds of the outside. I like it so much that I will literally mow every 3 days, even if the grass barely needs it. My wife, on the other hand, thinks this is ridiculous. She thinks more than once every 7 to 10 days is absurd. She may be right, but it's not like I'm asking for much, as it takes a whole 90 minutes to push mow the entire yard. I'm essentially taking approximately 3 to 3.5 hours a week of Zen time. I noticed over time that her way of gauging whether the lawn needs to be mowed was the length of the grass in the ditch at the mailbox. This is an area I tend to actually skip mowing and intentionally keep this area on a 1 to 1.5 week trim cycle because it's kind of a pain in the ass. And we're on a country road, so it isn't exactly a curb appeal factor. After noticing this, I started raising the deck height on the mower to keep the grass higher in that spot, and sure enough, she would keep saying how the grass would need to be mowed. which means I was good to go as usual on my 3-day mow cycle. This went well for 2 years until the other night at dinner with friends. Drinks were flowing, laughs were being had, and our friend brought up mowing. The girls had this convo about men and their toys, yada yada, and during the laughs I blurted out to the male friend, "Just do what I do, and purposely make an area seem longer than it is," which was met with raucous laughter from all of us, except my wife. After about 10 seconds of laughter, I felt this intense heat on the right side of my face. It's a very familiar heat, very distinct. Once I calmed down from laughing, it instantly set in what I had just said. The heat I was feeling was the indescribable fury of her staring a hole through me. After our friends left, it was a very quiet evening, and so far, a very quiet morning. One of the comments on this story is great. It says, "You had an emotional affair with your mower." Oh man, you're in for it. Run, dude. Today, I messed up by showing my Peter to my wife's grandparents. My wife and I have a very light-hearted relationship, and I like to joke around all the time with her and make her laugh. I do dumb things all the time to make her roll her eyes and call me an idiot jokingly. I was outside barbecuing with headphones on, sipping a beer, and listening to music. I look over and see my wife walking outside holding her phone up, obviously recording me or taking a pic. I instinctively pulled my shorts down and started doing the helicopter. She immediately looked mortified and turned around quickly and went back inside. I was very confused at her face, so I finished flipping burgers quickly, then went inside to find her head in her hands while sitting on the couch, face red with embarrassment. I asked her what's wrong, and she told me she was video chatting with her grandparents, which she never did before today, side note, and was showing them around our home, including me barbecuing. I have never met them before and have only seen pictures. To say I am embarrassed is an understatement. TLDR, I thought wife was taking a pic or filming me with her phone, and I flashed my Peter at her as a joke, but she was on a video call with her grandparents from another country, whom I have never met. I can't say that I'm not a stranger to doing the helicopter move, but I definitely never been on film doing it. And, I've never done it over video chat. So OP, I'm sorry. This sounds so embarrassing, but I don't know what to say about that. Thank you all for tuning in today. I'm done babbling. That's all I have for you. If you liked today's episode, please don't forget to share and subscribe, hit that like button, and keep your buzz going. Catch you next time.